mate. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
This meeting is being recorded.
How's that? That was loud.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. We'll just wait for everyone to join. Hello, everybody. They're all coming in.
So it's like people watching it now, are they? We just can't see them.
Yeah. So don't swear.
Not allowed to swear.
You can do whatever you like, mate. Be yourself. Be yourself.
This is strange
Right,
because like it's like doing a TikTok video. So obviously when we get loads of views, it's like wow, loads of people have seen it. But like this is a bit strange, isn't it? Because people are watching as we're speaking right now. If it was literally only 10 people, it would still feel a bit more intimidating than like 10 million views on TikTok.
Yeah, well, you get live feedback on this as well. You can just like turn off the comments on TikTok. So
there's comments on this, is there?
Yeah,
the chat.
Yeah, and the Q&A as well. So
Okay,
I'll do some housekeeping. Just wait for people to join.
It's a good like time that this interview's kind of come at, because like we're banging on TikTok at the moment. Like
you are absolutely killing it. Yeah, mate, so good. Like so I basically saw you on LinkedIn first before TikTok, and what you were doing, I was just like, wow, it's absolutely insane. So good.
My mate told me to get a LinkedIn account like years ago, and I was like, oh no, I don't need one of them, because I thought it was like business to business, so like people, so like agencies would be getting in contact, and I can't lie, the LinkedIn DMs are horrendous. Like you just get like bombarded with just shite all the time, and I'm like, I don't even want any of this stuff.
It's so good, so good, amazing. Anyway, we are just chatting away while people join, so we'll give it another minute, and then Ben, I'm super excited about this, mate. I've love what you're doing on TikTok, so I can't wait to hear more about it.
Do you reckon the full 60 will come in, or is it like people forget and people?
Yeah, so like most probably get about like 60-70%, but we're going to record it anyway, so we can share it afterwards if that's all right.
Yeah, of course.
Sweet. Anyway, we'll give it to literally one more minute until my thing says 104, and then we will get started. You've got a much superior backdrop to me. Mine is just a whiteboard. It's really boring.
I know. I've had to put my desk in the stock room because I get too distracted when I'm around other people.
That's amazing.
So like when I'm trying to do my work and then other people are just talking about literally anything, I just feel the need to get involved. So I've had to banish myself away from everyone.
Have you got delays in stock now though, going out because you're chatting to all of the team down there?
Nah, so like I've put a lock on this door so no one comes in and interrupts me, because I'll just be chatting to them for ages.
Amazing. Right, well let's get started. So thanks everyone for joining. I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by Ben Gallagher, who is co-founder and CMO at Luxe Collective Fashion. They are absolutely killing it on TikTok, and we're super excited to hear how they've built such an incredible following. First and foremost, I'll just do a quick intro about me, some housekeeping, and then over to the main man himself. So I'm Ollie. I'm the CEO here at Nonsensical. We're a TikTok marketing agency and publisher. So we have some of our own communities that we've built to over 600,000 followers, which Ben's account dwarfs. So I was normally quite impressed with that, but you've absolutely blown us out of the water, Ben. So, so thanks for that, mate.
You said then? What was that number?
600K.
That's still a lot of followers, though.
Yeah, it's good. So we launched, Endless Pride is one of our communities. We launched it 6 months ago, and it's at 225,000. That's pretty decent. Pretty decent.
They're big numbers.
Cool.
I wasn't.
Yeah, no, we're doing all right. I'm just bigging you up, mate. You're doing far better. So yeah, we're a TikTok marketing agency. We basically run people's TikTok accounts. We can't take any credit for the work that Ben's done. It's all been self-managed, which is amazing. A bit of housekeeping. So this is obviously a webinar function, so you can ask questions through the Q&A. or through the chat. I want to hear from you rather than my pre-planned questions. So if you have got any, get them in the Q&A function. I will try and get a couple of questions out to Ben and then jump really into your questions. So please do put them through. Obviously, it's going to be recorded and we'll post it onto our website so you can have access to it after to hear all back through the nuggets that Ben's going to share with us. So without further ado, Ben, I'm going to hand over to you for a bit of an introduction, if that's all right.
Yeah, so you just want me to say what I do and what we do on our socials and that?
Yeah, so just initially, just a bit about you and how you founded Luxe Collective and what it's all about.
Yeah, so Luxe Collective is I always struggle with this question because it's the most simplest of questions, but I just find it hard to say what it is. Simple thing is we buy and sell pre-loved designer women's wear. So people say they have a Chanel bag or a Louis Vuitton pair of shoes, they'll get in contact with us, they'll send over some pictures, we'll give them a quote. If they accept the offer, we'll buy it off them, and then we'll make it look as brand new as possible. So we'll clean it up, restore it if it needs restoring, and then just sell it on to, we'll put it on our website and sell it on the customer. And we started it about 4 years ago. It's like a side hustle. Then it only became incorporated 2 years ago or 8 months ago. So that's when we became a limited company. So I've co-founded it with my brother, so we still do it to this day. I was 17 when we first started. Joe was 5 years older, so 22. I think that's right. And then yeah, it's just gone on from there. It was started off very slowly, and then it built up. COVID came, cut our business by about 95%, and then that was when we really went ham on TikTok. So we were on TikTok about 3 months before lockdown, 6 months before lockdown. We weren't doing it very regularly, but we were seeing a little bit of traction on there. And then as soon as lockdown came, we were like, we're living at home with our parents. We can't get hold of any stock because no one can go out to the post office to post it to us, and we can't go and pick it up if it's local. So yeah, let's just take hold of what we are in control of, which was creating videos, because as long as you've got a phone, you can create videos anywhere. Creating videos, I did that, listened to Gary V, who was saying for 8 months, post 3 TikToks a day. And then yeah, that's how we started our TikTok. And since our TikTok has grown, our business has grown rapidly as well.
Amazing. So I looked this morning, you're at something like 852,000 followers, and we spoke on Friday last week, just to kind of talk this through and what the plan was, and it was on at 836. So you're growing at a pace of knots. When I looked this morning, 22.6 million likes on your videos as well. And yeah, I like that story about how you were actually on TikTok before lockdown, when really TikTok started to gain that traction. So you were there super early. So first question, really, why do you think TikTok is so important within the fashion industry in particular?
I don't think necessarily it would be directly the fashion industry. I think it's all industries in general, because I think what TikTok gives you, what other apps, what other platforms don't, is like that transparency you get with businesses, because the majority of TikTok accounts needs a face to the company, a face that people can relate to. And I feel like that's why loads of small businesses has grown, because it was less risky, and kind of it wasn't so risky to put your face out there. Whereas if a big company did it, the big company might be like, oh, they might damage our brand image. But like with small companies, it's like, it's my brand, like I'm going to do that. Well, a lot of people are like that anyway. So I think like the transparency it gives is super important. And I think that the format of the app is where it's just videos. Like we're seeing Instagram now. Like only recently in the past 3 weeks, we've had to change our Instagram strategy completely. And it should have been done earlier, but we just never knew what we could kind of do. So we've started doing lots of, like, all we ever post on Instagram now is reels, because still pictures just don't work the same anymore. Yeah, so like I just think the transparency aspect that you get from it, and also the video format, like we as humans, we can like take in the most information by videos, because you get the sound, you get the visuals, and then you can also like edit videos, which kind of like manipulate information on how you can how much more you can take in, which just a still image can't give you.
Yeah, love it. And I think what I like in particular is that the story you told me about how you've evolved your TikTok strategy and content. So I think the first video was Alexander McQueen or something when that went viral. So just talk to us about how you got going and how you've kind of adapted your content strategy over time.
Yeah, of course. So there's definitely like there's not such TikTok hacks, and like a lot of people, I wouldn't say lazy, but they try and find a shortcut, and you definitely can't do that. Like I would say, especially with TikTok, because there's an algorithm which rewards a certain type of video, but like that certain type of video can be in so many different formats, and how you make that strategic and like how you plan it out is very important, which a lot of people don't even realize. And you can have a bad video, but as long as it's formatted correctly, you will get a lot of views and you will get a lot of engagement. But yeah, like we started TikTok and we thought it was like we thought it was another way to like boost our sales and get more revenue in as a business like you want, obviously. But since TikTok, we've kind of like separated our business into two, which is crazy to think that like a fashion business can also be a media business. So I look at my role in our business is creating the media. So like creating brands, why people want to come to us or why people even want to visit our website, not to like force a sale on someone. So like the first 9 videos on TikTok, I would like do a still picture, but like transition it into another picture. And then like in the caption or the comments, I put the price of that shoe, the size of that shoe, just all the information. And then on the 9th video, I was getting loads of DMs and like, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? And one of the DMs was, how'd you tie an Alexander McQueen shoe? So I'd lace it up. I was like, oh, I want to put this on Instagram. So I filmed it, but you couldn't get music on Instagram because businesses copyrighted songs and stuff like that. So I went onto TikTok. I filmed it on TikTok, did the lacing, added the song, put it on TikTok, kind of forgot about it, saved the video from TikTok, put it on Instagram, and it performed well on Instagram. But then a few like hours later, I was like, oh, I'll post it on TikTok. I looked at it on TikTok and it was on like 360,000 views. And I think I really like was so interested as to why that happened. So I looked at the video and I was like, well, what does this provide? And it provides a lot of value in terms of education. So there's a certain way to tie an Alexander McQueen shoe or lace Alexander McQueen shoe up. And we provided that. And as I was saying to you the other day when we had that little chat, there's 3 things on TikTok which I took advantage of because I found out early what they were that would boost our posts. So that was education, entertainment, and trends. And if we hopped on any of them or provided value through any of them, we would get really good views. And that's kind of like the thesis we've took from when we started TikTok. The way we've created video content we do show is continuously changing because like news events, like different things that's happening and what the app rewards, because the algorithm changes all the time. But those 3 fundamentals of education, entertainment, and trends, if you want to grow a TikTok account, are so important to use in every single video.
Amazing. Love it. And I'm sure there'll be people listening in who still think that TikTok is for kids dancing. And I can assure you that there's no been kids dancing on the Luxe Collective account.
So like when we first started, that was what it was, because that was how long ago it was. It was people saying, oh, it's just for dancing kids. And I was like, I didn't say anything to anyone. Because I was like, it was probably because I was quite young when I started, 18, 19. I was like, it's not like people can say it's just for dancing kids. I'm seeing so many benefits off it. I'm not going to tell them because that means they'll take it away from me. But obviously, as I've learned and as I've matured, it's like, it's abundant and like you can give all these tips out and you can give all this value out and it won't affect your performance. But when it first started and people were like slating it, I was like, go ahead, slate it, because I'm gonna keep on doing what I do because it's working for us.
Amazing. And so you've obviously, what you talked about then was how the algorithm has adapted and changed and how you've adapted with it. What is your process for kind of seeing changes in the algorithm and testing new content types?
So like what always makes me laugh and what like it kind of makes me a bit angry as well, because I just don't agree with it at all, is when people like say they get shadow banned or when they say the app's basically fucking me over because of my content. And then you look at their content and you're like, it's just not good content. Like, it's not good. Like, you need to, and I think that's when it comes back to when I was saying before about like the laziness aspect, is that you need to really analyze your videos. So if you go on to say a profile and it's only getting 200 or 300 views every video and you're posting all the time, there is something that's not right with your content. Because if you were doing something right, one of them would bang in terms of like get a couple of thousand views. And then you look at that video and be like, okay, so why is this video that's got a couple of thousand views different to those videos that's got a couple of hundred? And then you start doing what's in that video. Maybe it's got a good hook, maybe it's got good visuals, maybe the sound's a bit better, maybe the information you're providing is better. So there's always, like people say, I was literally watching a video just before and it says like, you can post on TikTok and there's not a reason why it goes viral. There is a reason why every video goes viral. There is a reason. There's the way you format the video. So the hook, the contents inside, the edit on it, how good the visuals are, how good the sound is, and if it's entertaining, if it's educational. There are reasons why every video goes viral. There are some strange videos that go viral, don't get me wrong, but if you analyze them and you look down and you look at them like step by step, you're like, that's why it's gone viral, because it entices you in. And I think something you were saying about like adapting your content, I never understood the value of storytelling until about 6 months ago. And they're the videos that are popping off for us at the moment. I'm literally scripting out a story of a fashion piece that's happened like one happened in 2016. So 6 years ago. And I just scripted it out in my words and how I'd say it. I looked at the screen, wrote it. And that video's on like that one you were saying before, about 600,000-700,000. I think the value of storytelling is massive. And if you can master that, then you've mastered content.
Yeah. That video in particular, obviously it was posted a day ago, but the style of content you're creating, it's nowhere near selling, nowhere near. And I'm interested, therefore, to see, with 852,000 followers, how has it impacted your business?
So I'd say for the first 8 months, we probably didn't get one sale off it, like none at all. And that was just because no one really, I think like it was compounding in the background, and we just like, I knew I was 8 months in, didn't get a sale from it, but I knew it was going to work. I just knew it was going to impact our business. And then like, as soon as lockdown lifted, we had a physical shop at the time. So now we're just e-com, but at the time we had a physical shop and we had people coming from all over. So we had Glasgow, Manchester, London, Birmingham, all coming to our office space. And they were a bit underwhelmed because, well, they must have been a bit underwhelmed because it was literally about 3 meters by 3 meters. It was tiny. But the impact that it's had, so we've been doing it for 3 years now. So it does take a long time. I would say we started seeing impact after probably 12 months, but that first initial 8 months, like, you just need to understand that stuff will happen from it. You just have to be patient. And so 18 months ago, 15 months ago, it was just me and my brother. And now we're at a stage where we've got a team of 15, 16. So like that, like so that's how much it's impacted our business over the last couple of years.
Amazing. Love it. I mean, we've got some questions starting to come in, but I'll just ask a couple more and then I'll come to the people listening in. So you talked there about kind of 8 months to get going, 12 months to see an impact. How do you measure the value of TikTok? Do you run any like paid advertising? What do you track? What metrics do you look for now?
So I would just say it's like, I'm not analytical at all in terms of like numbers. So like on videos, I'll look at it and I'll be very analytical over it, just because I'm so interested in TikTok. I'm not interested in like sales numbers and like return rate and stuff like that. So I would track it on just like a human level of people on TikTok commenting, saying, I've just bought this item, people videoing their item when it arrives, people duetting us packing their order. We'd get back in the day, we'd get a lot of comments being like, can you pack my order? And they'd say their order number, so we'd pack it. Instagram DMs, people saying they've seen us on TikTok and stuff like that. And kind of like website visits. So like if a video would bang, I think 1 month we ended up getting like this is when, like, a year ago. So when we just opened our new website, I think we did a couple of videos, they got over 1 million, and we get website visits of like 450,000 for the month, which is insane. And obviously our revenue was increasing, so we could see it month on month, but we never knew they were directly coming from TikTok, but like they were. Do you know what I mean?
That's insane. That's so good.
Yeah,
And love
crazy.
the team growth as well. That's amazing. Such a great success from purely, I guess, TikTok. Because what do you do in terms of other platforms? Because you mentioned you're kind of struggling with Instagram a little bit and changing your strategy. Is
So
the majority
Instagram,
of your focus on TikTok now?
yeah, so Instagram's something I've always struggled with. Like, we have got 150,000 followers on there, but like I just don't enjoy creating content for it. So I just don't like, I'll post a reel on there, get back to the comments, but like I'm not fully engaged as much as I am on TikTok, because I just love making TikTok videos. Like, we produce stories, we try and produce stories and a post every single day. But in terms of TikTok, I will sit down at my desk and not leave until I've come up with like scripted out 3 ideas every day.
Amazing. And do you post 3 posts a day?
Yeah. So I was saying to you before, wasn't I? The only day which I haven't posted in probably like the last 3 to 4 months is yesterday. And that's just because like the importance of being consistent is so important. That's why I try and post 3 every single day. Some days it'll be 2, some days it'll be 4, but consistently 3. But yesterday, like the night before, I had 4 or 5 hours sleep, and I was like, I just don't feel like making a TikTok. And because the videos I was going to say I've done today, and I know 100% I've created them better today because I was full of energy this morning. But also, like, if people are out there and like, I haven't done 3 TikToks a day, or I haven't posted anything today, just don't be too hard on yourself and don't dwell on it. It only starts to get bad if like you have a day off and then you don't post the next day, and then you think it's not to post the next day, and it compounds of not posting. Having 1 day off in 3 or 4 months, or having 1 day off in like a week, like, don't worry about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, makes sense. So a couple of questions have come in now. One's about trends and how you keep a track of the trends on TikTok. How do you know which ones to jump on? How do you know which ones to leave? Do you even use trends?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I can use TikTok like no tomorrow. Like, if I'm procrastinating, it's because I'm on TikTok, and I use the excuses, oh, I'm looking for an idea to post, and I am, to be fair. But like, yeah. Trends, just try as many trends as possible. Like, there's not a trend I look at and go, oh no, that wouldn't be right for our business, because it's a trend. Like, it's not meant to fit your brand image. It's not meant to, like, some trends are perfect and fit your brand image perfect, and they're the ones that will probably do better. But just jump. But you never know what's going to work. Like, you never know what piece of content's going to work. You don't, like, this is a really important piece of advice. The quality of content, people are like, oh, I don't want to post because I want to make a video which is so perfect. But like, the funny thing is that you don't decide whether it's perfect or not. The audience decides whether it's perfect. The audience decides whether it's a good quality piece of content. So just post as much as you can. Obviously, like, if your views are low, you need to start understanding how to format your video out. But like, just post as much as you can. Like, volume, especially when you're starting out, volume is the game. Because when you're starting out, if you're producing loads of content and some are getting a couple of thousand views, some are getting 10,000 views, you know quicker than if you were posting like sporadically that those videos are ones you need to do more similarly to. Like, you need to provide the value similar in the ways that those videos provided value. So yeah, like, I think not being scared and not being like, just not being scared to jump on trends and not being scared to post videos that you want to post, or like, just don't use the excuse of I'm not posting because it needs to be perfect, because like, you don't decide whether it's perfect or not.
Yeah, I love that. That's so good. Genius. And so again, just scrolling through the Luxe Collective account, it's generally you that creates the content. So we've had a question in about your sign-off process.
Yeah.
But I assume it's just signed off and created by you, right?
Yeah. So early on, we didn't understand the platform completely, because I obviously run the company with my brother. So I would come up with a video and be like, look, Joe, I want to do this video. And he'd be like, I don't think that's what, like, the brand image, like, no. And I'd be like, yeah, fair enough. I'll try and do it in a different way. So like, say it was like an entertaining video and it was like a bit too much or like a bit too off the brand image, if I said to Joe, oh, I want to do this video, he'd be like, nah, I'd still do that value which I'm providing, but do it in a completely different way. So early on, this is a good story, I forgot about this. Early on, we got a pair of fakes in, and it was the first ever video that we were going to film that were fakes, and we were going to put out there on TikTok. And I was like, Joe, we've got this pair of fakes in. I'm going to do a video of, if you send fakes into us, they're going in the bin, and I'm going to throw it in the bin. How funny is that? And he's like, no, Ben, don't do that. Like, nah, like, it's not us. Like, no, like, don't do that. And then he kind of gave me the idea of being like, well, how can we educate people on this pair of shoes? And how can we educate people like to look out for fakes? So that kind of interaction with Joe about that sign off was me starting real versus fake content. It was like, okay, I can educate people, or I'll do this video. And then I did the video and it was educating people, and I was like, oh, it worked well. I was like, okay, I'll do more of these. But yeah, now that he knows I know the platform like very well, he's just like, just do whatever you want.
Just crack on. Yeah. And so if you're not feeling under the weather, or you grow this business to 100 people and you can't create TikToks every day, how are you going to do your strategy where other people can create content? Have you thought about that yet?
Yeah. So I think that's why we've shifted a bit recently in the content we make. So like I was saying before, storytelling and news, like just up-to-date stuff. So it used to be like unboxings of a personality, and I'm be like, we need to grow the company, we can't grow people. So we can't grow me, we can't grow whoever else appears on the TikTok, we have to grow the company. So the content that we're creating now is like stories and kind of like inside the fashion industry and real versus fakes. And that is so scalable. Like anyone can read the script off and do the video. Like my personality isn't very charismatic. My personality isn't like very kind of, you'd pick like a performer personality. It's just like, all I do is just read off a script or try and be entertaining as I can. And everyone can put a shift in, everyone can try and do that. And I think the content we're creating at the moment, especially, is just very scalable. And like we're growing a lot outside of the business in terms of like, me and Joe are going off to meetings a lot of the time now. And we're not in the office as much as we used to be. So we are going to eventually have to hand over our responsibilities and job roles. So yeah, I think it's just finding that content for you, for your brand, that is scalable. But I don't think it's essential to find it straight away. Like you have to create the content so you can pass on to those people who will eventually take over the account, what will do well and what won't do well, and still be like oversee everything. But just like, like in any job role in a company, you have to do it first, or unless like successful companies, you have to do it first so you can teach someone how to do it. There's no point in hiring someone to do something that you haven't done, because you won't know if they perform well or not. So it's literally just like any other job role.
Yeah, love it. A couple of questions have come in specifically around influencers and I guess creators on TikTok. Have you used influencers? Is it part of your strategy?
TikTok, we've used no influencers. Instagram, back in the day, we used a couple of influencers, but they just didn't work for our brand and our strategy. I think it's something I want to do because I know our brand could smash it with an influencer scheme. I just don't know how to do it yet. It is something we've been thinking about for like the last 6 months, and we're coming up with a plan and a strategy of what to do. But yeah, we don't use influencers.
Interesting. There's a question come in about how do you deal with negative comments on your posts? You just leave them, or?
Yeah, like all the time, like every day. Like I look through every single, not every single comment that comes through, but I look through all the comments all the time. I try and get back to as many as I can. But obviously when one goes viral, you get like thousands of comments and you're like, oh, I can't get back to all these. But obviously like you see comments and you see negative comments, and like for me, it's interesting because I've grown up with 2 brothers and a sister, and I was the youngest sibling. So being like the brunt of all the banter has never been an issue for me. I have very thick skin. I can take a lot of shit basically. But I think it's just gonna, like, if you want to grow your brand, you have to do TikTok. If you want to do TikTok well, the majority of people, you have to put your face out there. There are a lot of people on social media who will just take the piss out of you for how you look, how you sound, like what you say, like anything. Like that's just life. Like And it never happened when people didn't have phones, but it happens now. You just have to get on with it. Like, there's no point in not posting because some person's made a fake account called like whatever, and they're commenting on your post. If they keep on doing it, if worse comes to worse, just block them. Like, the amazing thing is that if those haters comment on your post, it's only going to boost your post more because it plays into the algorithm. So that's how I just used to look at it. I'll be like, oh, like, I'm getting comments. I think I got a haircut once and they started taking the piss out my haircut, but loads of people did. And I was like, and the views were just going up. So I think it's just looking at something and just turning it into a positive every single time. And I think, yeah, obviously it will upset you if people are commenting hate, but it's one of those things where it's like running. If you're running at first, it's really hard. Like, and it takes your breath away, and like, it's dead hard to get good at. But it's like, when people are commenting hate on your comments on your social media, it's the exact same. At first, it's a bit like taking it personally, or why they're saying it about me, and then you just realize that's just what social media is. And if you want to grow your business, then you're gonna have to put up with it.
Yeah, it's fair play. It's fair. I know it's tough. We create video all the time, obviously, and some of our communities, we have like presenters who create content, and we have to take them to one side and just be like, are you sure this is okay? And really just manage it, because it is pretty brutal. But yeah, I mean, most of the time it's
about it. There's nothing you can do about it. So.
Yeah, and most of the time, like you say, it's all just fake accounts anyway that are there just purely for that reason, because they've got nothing better to do. It's just really frustrating.
Exactly. So the main thing I would say to that is that if they are taking the time out of their day to comment something negative about you, that is a problem with them and not you. So just don't even like think about it. It's fine. Like, don't take it personally, which is obviously very difficult for some people. But like, the more it comes, like I was saying before, the more it comes at you, the easier it is to get over. So yeah.
Totally. A couple of questions here on. So you talked about the pre-production process and how much planning goes into each video. So just talk to us about your process for creating content.
So it's very like, so I'm a bit ADHD. I'm a bit like fidgeting all the time. I'm very like bouncy, as you can probably tell through the video. But like, I hate having plans. Like, I hate like saying this is what I'm going to do tomorrow, or this is what I'm going to do next week, or this is how my day looks. So like, all I know is that I'm going to go into the office, I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to make 3 TikToks on that day or on the next day. Like, maybe I'll have an idea that I want to do that week and I'll come across it when I come across it. But on that day, I'll sit down and I'll look through loads of TikToks. I'll look through loads of news. I'll look through Instagram. I'll look through DMs just to get inspiration. And if like this morning, I knew I was going to do the 3 videos because I didn't do them yesterday, but it took me 3 hours just to script them out and film them and edit them. They're all done. They're getting posted later tonight, 3:30, 4 o'clock. Like, it's not, if you're struggling for ideas, I look through your Instagram DMs. The best thing for creating TikToks is just copying other people's content, not directly. So like, all I ever did was to produce 3 videos a day because I didn't know what to talk about. I didn't know what people wanted to hear. I would look at I would scroll through TikTok all day. I'd look at another TikTok and be like, that's caught my, so I'd be scrolling and then I'd stop on one and I'd be like, that's caught my attention. Like, as I'm watching it, I'd be like, why has this caught my attention? So I'd rewatch it and then I'd literally do that video, but for what would fit my brand. So I think like the quantity of videos, it's not hard. Like, it's not hard to do. Like, I reckon I could do 10, 15 videos a day, really, if I put all my energy into doing content. So 3 videos, 3 hours. Yeah, I could do 10 videos a day. But yeah, I think finding inspiration is very easy. It's very easy to do.
And I guess you're able to produce this much content because you said at the start that you're not too precious about high quality. You're just keen to, as long as it tells a story or whatever it may be, you can get it out pretty quick.
I think that changed my mindset massively when I did a video that took me 11 seconds to make and it got 12 million views. That was it. Like, it wasn't a hard video to make. It was actually, so I try and do 3 a day, as I was saying to you I think it was last week on the call. It was just to get so I did 2. I couldn't think of a 3rd idea, and then I just did the 3rd idea. Like, so I was like, oh, I'll just film this, and that just blew up. And I think we ended up getting like 300, 400,000 followers just from that one video.
As if that's insane. That's so insane. So you mentioned about posting about 3-4 o'clock, which I think piques some people's interest. Do you have a set time that you post every day? Do you post in quick succession?
So I don't like posting in the mornings. I think I posted once in the morning and it's done well. All the other times I post in the morning, it just hasn't done well. The reason I post at 3:30, it's actually a very funny reason. It's probably a bit like superstitious. So like, as you were mentioning before, it's like, the app's just for kids dancing. So like, I was thinking, if this app's just for kids and kids are on it, when is the best time to post for kids? And I was like, well, when I was in school, I finished at 3:15, 3:30. I was like, good, I'll just post at 3:30. And every time I post at 3:30, 4 o'clock, they just seem to do well. It's changed a bit. It changes on certain days and where I film, because I like filming in the main office, but everyone finishes at 5 o'clock in the main office. So I have to go over, film my videos, do my edits. So it probably takes, like recently I've been posting about 6, 7 o'clock. But if I can get my videos out at 3:30, 4 o'clock, I'll post them at that time.
Nice. And you post them all at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Just like get them out there, because what like the TikTok algorithm, what it does is just show it to a batch of people, and then if they like it, it shows it to a bigger batch of people, and if they like it, it shows it to a bigger batch of people, and most of those people are new people. It only starts to go into your like people who are following you or on your For You if those small batch of people are interested in it. So if you made a bad video, then no matter when you post it or what you post it alongside, then it's a bad video and it will do that.
Yeah, makes sense. And there's a question coming just around that actually is, I think I've lost it. Yeah, what makes a bad video? I think you talked about what makes a good video. Is there anything that you've noticed from posts you've done or other people you see on TikTok that just isn't good?
Yeah, so I think it's just providing no value at all. I think people who produce poor content are selfish. It's selfish content. It's, I want this, I want that. This is what you can get if you buy off me, or like if you buy my course, or you download this, or you like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think the way to be successful on the app is be selfish, give more than you take. Like Gary Vee says, jab, 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 right hook, give, and then ask. Like, it's not like it's hard for people to understand that, because they'll be like, why, like, people are very selfish. Why do I give all this out and not receive anything? It's like, well, that's what you have to do. Like, that's what you need to do. You need to give and give and give and give, and then eventually just ask. And those people who you're giving all this value to, they'll feel obliged to ask because of how much you've done for them.
Love it. Love it. 2 questions literally in a minute have come in about TikTok Shop. Have you tested it? Have you tried it?
Yeah, we're not allowed to do it because we're pre-loved products. I have been on like various meetings with them, and because they can test features with certain brands. So I'm like, I want them to test it with us, but they don't seem to be budging, to be honest.
Yeah,
but I do speak to a girl who absolutely smashes TikTok Shop. Like, she sells a product on there for like 99p, and I think it was like £10. Like it retails at, but TikTok reimburse the cost of it for you. So if you can get on TikTok Shop, do it. Create a relationship with a TikTok Shop kind of like account manager, and yeah, it does. I know it does definitely work for certain brands. So I just try. Don't do the same as what everyone else is doing on there. She was the first person who did a 99p deal for something that was meant to be so much, and she smashed it on there. So, like, do it, but don't do what everyone else is doing. Like, just don't copy. Like, it will work a little bit, but if you do something massively different, then it will bang. Just like content.
Yeah. Well, we just started we've partnered with TikTok on TikTok Shop now, going to their studios and doing live streams with creators, which is really cool. So I know they're pushing it massive. So if there's a way, I mean, we can help for anyone listening. If you're interested, we can try and get you contact at TikTok if that's something you want to try. One
of the girls who works with us, she ordered something from this girl, and like all your like from the like, it's a really good buying experience. All your information, your shipping, your like dispatching, your delivery, like it all comes through as notifications on TikTok. So it's something they're going big at, and it seems to be working very well for them.
Yeah, it's monstrous. Shame you can't get on there yet, but I'm sure they will have something soon.
I think it would take about the girl who was saying is like for the legislation and the regulations to come through, they're looking at about a year's time. I know.
Well, it'll be massive by then, so that's perfect. So a couple of questions come in terms of so internally we call trending videos kind of reactive and kind of original scripted content proactive. How much of your content do you do that is purely trend based, and how much is like more scripted?
I would say trend based is probably about 10%, and the rest is like original scripted content.
Has that changed over time? Have you seen that work more recently, or?
Yeah, I'd say it's reduced more recently. Because when I used to be stuck for ideas, I just used to hop on trends. And there's so many trends out there that you don't even realize they're a trend. Like when you're doing it, it's just like a video. And some of them don't fit your brand. Like there are some out there that just won't fit your brand entirely, but there are some out there that don't fit your brand, but you can kind of fit it in, or it will look good. But yeah, I only post a trend if I'm stuck for ideas or I think it will really do well. But for anyone starting and like struggling for content ideas, just hop on all the trends and just make it fit your niche.
Yeah, nice. Do you have a concept of content pillars or content buckets? So you're like, this is a news.
Yeah. So as I'm making it, I'll be like, this is a story. This is a news article. Like this is news. Like, one of our videos the other day got taken down this morning. So we struggle a lot with brands, kind of like if we show a brand, it's like copyrighted a lot because obviously they're brands, they're copyrighted. So that's why we don't post much new stuff. So I did a video the other day and I looked at it before, like earlier today, and it got taken down. It was on like 2 million views, but it was just showing a brand new Balenciaga bag. But someone like from Balenciaga has like copyrighted it and taken it down for us. But like that's like that's frustrating for us. But what was the question? I've forgotten.
It was just around whether your use of trends has changed.
Sorry, it was like categorizing the different things. So yeah, like we do new stuff a lot, but we can't do too much new stuff because TikTok will just take it down. And then I think the main ones are storytelling, news, fake versus reels, and reviews, which we don't really do too much of anymore. But yeah, they're just the main kind of pillars at the moment. But like I was going to say this before, like TikTok might not be the platform for you. Like it is an amazing platform. It does work for a lot of people. But I've tried YouTube, I've tried Instagram, IGTV, and they like I knew I wanted to do video, but that format just didn't work for me. So like longer form content might work for you. So do your YouTube video, do your Instagram show, but then cut those pillars up and put them on TikTok. Like you can still use TikTok in a certain way, but like you might not want to create for TikTok. You can just snip down your pillar contents and put them on TikTok.
Interesting. Yeah. As long as they're in portrait, don't want to see any landscape videos.
Yeah.
Love
That's
it.
what confuses me, to be fair. Landscape videos that go viral.
Yeah, it does make it. Not a fan.
No.
So question here, we know, well, they're saying long videos don't work as well. What do you include in your video? So talk to us about your hooks. How do you structure what they are? How have you perfected the hook of a video?
So just make it as controversial as you can. Just make it as controversial as possible. So like, I think yesterday I said from drug dealer to Gucci fashion designer. I'll read you a few out because you're probably thinking now as I'm reading them out, who's that? I want to know more. I'll give you an exclusive. What hook did I say? I said Coco Chanel, how she lost her business, married a Nazi, and then collaborated with a Jew to get her business back up. That's the hook going out later today. And like you raise your eyebrows in it, you're like, wow, that's interesting. So I think just be as controversial as possible.
So yeah, I think this is fascinating though, because you understand TikTok, right? You totally get it. You totally get it as a platform. You described it as almost a media business as well, actually.
Yeah.
every other company, I think, listening in will be like, oh my God, we can't do that. We need to talk about our product. We need to talk about our service. Like, how did you just get into the mindset of being like, I don't care if Luxe Collective's even mentioned, I just want to inform my community? Because that's a big shift, right?
Yeah, I think Gary Vee definitely, and obviously I whatever he says is Bible to me. Like, I love him. But the kind of understanding of, like, I think lockdown really helped because I couldn't do anything else. So I was just creating videos, and like I didn't have any stock to sell. I had physically probably about 16 items in stock. Now we have like 1,500. Like I had 16 items, and I was like, if I sell all these, I'll have nothing to sell anyway. So let's just create videos and build brand. And that was what Gary Vee always used to go on about, was build brand, give more than you take, build brand. And then as like I've been doing it and just building, whoa, sorry, loud music in here. As I've been like building brands, it's just like come easily. And like, I don't get a buzz off how much we sell, or like, obviously I do, but like I get more of a buzz off creating a video that goes viral. And I think just having like, I actually have a passion for TikTok and passion for creating videos now, which I never thought starting a business, it's what I'd end up doing as my full-time role.
Love it. 2 quick fire questions. One, what do you think about reusing old content? So if something goes viral, would you replicate it and use it again?
I wouldn't save the video and post it again. I do this all the time. If a video goes viral, I'll see, like, obviously look at it while it's gone viral, and that information in there, I'll just say it a different way. So like if I was there to the camera, speaking to the camera, and like this is the video, blah blah blah, like giving the information that's gone viral, the perfect example, it's literally happened the other day. So a never full bag, I don't know if anyone's into design stuff watching this. A never full bag is like a triangle bag like that. Ages ago, we had Grace, our model, like hold the bag, and then Josh, who works with us, he would come in and like pull in the straps, and then the bag would change a different shape when you pull in the straps, and I'd do a voiceover. So like the visual was the model, a member of the team, and then a voiceover. And then I literally did that idea on last Thursday. It was like a video of a bag, but then it was captions, and then it was a voiceover as well, and that did 1.3 million. So they've both done over 1 million. The same exact idea, just performed differently. Do not save a video that's gone viral and post it again. It won't go viral. TikTok knows, they know. So just provide that information, because like that's why a lot of our videos go viral that I see off other TikTokers. So like a little trick for everyone is go on the search bar, search your niche. So I would search luxury fashion, I'd search Balenciaga, I'd search Gucci, and then I'd go last 3 months, most liked. I look at the ideas and I just do them in my like script, in my personality, in my charisma. That's how I would do it. So I'll say it a bit slower just in case, because I spoke a bit fast and I got a bit excited. So go on search, type in like the niche you want, like your niche, and then go on the like filter bar, then go to most liked, and then last 3 months, and there'll be all the viral videos of the last 3 months, and then you just create your video surrounding that video.
Perfect. Genius. If we didn't have 10 minutes left, I would have ended on that. So have you tried TikTok stories?
No, never.
No.
I don't like I don't know. I don't like it just doesn't interest me at the moment. Like I don't really, not that I don't like change, because I think change has shifted our business completely because of the big change that we took. And like I like admitting when something's gone wrong and changing from that era. But I think Instagram stories, I just don't feel like there's going to be that much benefit to us. I feel like concentrating on what's working will do well for us. Like, why fix what's not broken?
Amazing. Makes sense.
Well,
we've talked literally about why you love TikTok. What annoys you about TikTok, or what are the disadvantages of it, do you think?
Like I said before, when people say the algorithm or I've been shadow banned, also that I'm not verified, that frustrates me. What else about the app? Hate isn't nice, obviously, but like if you could remove I don't even know if you could remove it. I would remove it because, like I said, just look at it in a positive. It does boost your videos. What else do I hate about TikTok? That's a really good question.
Any disadvantages of using it from what you've seen?
It's frustrating when you think a video will bang and it doesn't. So I think this video, I'm going to put it out there. I think this video that I'm going to post today should bang about Coco Chanel being a Nazi and getting involved with Jews and stuff like that. I think it's going to bang. So I'm going to be very upset if it doesn't. But anything about the app, no, the app's just amazing. Like, honestly, like I don't have a bad word to say about it.
Love it. And a lot of your content is obviously organic. Have you done any paid advertising on TikTok?
Yeah, so we're trialing it at the moment. I asked for the report this morning just so I could go into it because I don't deal with it. We have someone in our team who does it for us because I'm not on the paid advertisement. I don't really get it, to be honest. But it does work. Like, it does work. It works. All I know is it works. And you know it works because you see big brands advertising on there a lot. But what you have to do with TikTok ads and what you have to do with most ads nowadays is make the content as original as possible. So, like, I think I've seen one. Who is it for? I'm going to make up a brand, but it wasn't for this brand. But like, it was, say, for Nivea. But it was just like a person just talking about Nivea. Just like, and it was like a back and forth video of like the same person acting as two different people. And like, I didn't know it was an ad. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's Nivea. Do you know what I mean? So it engages you. You can't, like, say it was Nivea and it was like, say that this was their product and it was just a video of like it turning around and saying why it's good for you. That's like a selfish piece of content. Like the value they were providing you and the entertainment and like the content they produced, it was like it was just like it, like you just have to produce content that doesn't look like an ad. The more it looks like an ad, the worse it will perform as an ad.
100%. Love that. We have 8 minutes left. So one question, I really like this and I'm intrigued as well. What's next for your brand on TikTok?
Oh, good question. I think more of the same, definitely. I think maybe looking at I don't even want to use influencers on TikTok. I'd use them for ads, but I wouldn't use them for like original content. Maybe speaking to the public. I want to do that. We've tried to do it a few times now, and we've tried to do it in Liverpool City. But no one wants to speak in Liverpool. Like, no one wants to get in front of the camera. For us anyway. So I think we planned a big day out in London and we want to do it there. So I think speaking to the public will get us to that next stage of 1 million followers. I think that will push us there. But yeah, definitely that speaking to the public. Yeah.
Mate, believe me, we've done that video style in Birmingham, in Bristol. It never gets any easier.
Yeah,
getting hard, people to stop and answer questions. We did for a big media publisher. We created some content the other day, and we asked people on the street about Love Island and who you'd pick for football and that kind of thing for the England team. Mm-hmm. And getting people to stop is just so difficult. We were out there for about 6 months, I think.
Why do you think that is?
Honestly, because I think people are just so, I need to be in my place and don't disrupt me in my zone. I think
that's fair.
Yeah, I think it is fair. And I guess, again, this is going to sound really horrible, but when you are stopped in the street, it's generally to get you to sign up to something like Sky or a charity or something like that. So, and then people don't want to be on camera.
Yeah, even when you're asking people to stop for you, it's just as much as a sign up. Like, if you're getting in front of the camera, like it's a big thing to do. So I don't get like angry or like upset or like, oh, why aren't people stopping? It's just, to be honest, if I wasn't that much into media, I wouldn't stop. I'd just be like, let me get on with my day. So you can understand why people don't.
Yeah. It's difficult. It's worth it though. The videos we've done where we've done it, the results are absolutely insane. They're so good. I've got one final question before my last kind of 2 sum up big pieces. So this one's from Steph. You post 3 times a day, but do you batch create or see what comes to your head? I think you answered this earlier, but I may go over it again.
Yeah, so I do them on the day, but I try and post 3 a day. But if I've got like a video for the 4th, I'll create the video that day because like I just love doing something like I can't wait until the next day to film it. I need to get it all out there and do it on that day. And then that video will just be one of the 3 that's for the next day. So sometimes, yeah, on weekends, I'll try and make like 1 extra every day during the week so I can use them for weekends. Because I was going into the office every single weekend for hours on end and it was getting a bit unhealthy. So I've decided to stay away from I'll still work, but just from home on the weekends. I try and stay away from the office. But yeah, sometimes I'll batch create, but not like it's crazy that these social media managers will like create 30 videos and then save them for the month. I'll be posting them all like if I created 30 videos are going out, there's not a chance I can be waiting.
Love it. Cool. So what's your biggest lesson you've learned from TikTok?
The biggest lesson I've learned from TikTok is don't take anything personally. Like honestly, like the hate from it is like, it's fine. Like I think what I said before in terms of if someone is going out of their way to comment something negative about you, then that says more about them than it does about you. So I think when and you sent me that question over earlier, and I was thinking, and I was like, I don't have an answer for that, but having this conversation, it's made me realize that's the answer. Just it's made me honestly realize that just don't take anything personally. Like words only hurt you because you put meaning to them. So if someone who was foreign and you didn't understand the language started shouting something at you in your face directly, like right there, started shouting at you, you wouldn't take any offense to it because you don't know what they're saying. But if someone English was there saying something to you, you take offense because you put meaning to what those words mean. So if you can like eradicate all meaning to how words affect you, then like nothing will be able to affect you ever again. And just, yeah, don't take anything personally.
Love that. And finally, what 3 tips would you give someone who wants to get started on TikTok?
Okay, be consistent. So whether it be 1 video a day, 2 videos a day, 3 videos a day, be consistent. There's nothing more the algorithm hates than 1 video, wait 3 days, post 2 videos, wait 6 days, post 8 videos. You know what I mean? Like just be consistent. Like whether it be starting off small, 1 video a day, or you want to start like all in and do 3, 4, 5 videos a day. Just be consistent with what you're doing. Be risky. Don't be afraid of being risky. And I know with companies who've been around for a long time and very protective over the brand image, like it might be like, oh, I don't want to do that. They might think that about me. Like honestly, no one cares about your brand image. Like obviously you want to have a healthy brand image. You don't want it to be negative. But doing a trend on TikTok isn't going to make your brand image negative. And the good thing about TikTok is it only shows your video to more people if it gets attention from people. And the mostly attention, it's kind of like that phrase where it's like all publicity is good publicity or no publicity is bad publicity for your business. Like just don't be scared of creating content and being risky. Like the riskiest TikToks we've done have kind of like cemented our community and like kind of put more of an identity to our brand. So just be risky, be controversial. So be consistent, be risky. Comment back to everyone who comments on your posts. Like if you want to build community, like Gary Vee, I seen a video of him the other day. It's like everyone says they want to build a community. Like people just use that word to be like, I want customers. They use community as customers. Like if you want community, you will post for 8, 12, 16 months without expecting anything back. That's what a community is. So yeah, comment back to everyone, be consistent, and be risky.
Love it. And I've actually just seen a message from someone in my team saying they really needed to hear about the negative comments thing. So I think it's been a bit of a kind of a useful session just for people who are getting all this negativity. So I think that was really helpful. Ben, it is bang on 2 o'clock and I cannot thank you enough for that. That was incredible.
Is it
I
over?
think your
Is it all
knowledge,
done?
the way you talk about TikTok, oh mate, it was heroic. Absolutely heroic. It was perfect. You were so good. Learned so much. You've given us so many things to think about, and yeah, can't wait to see you continue to grow the account. So yeah, thanks so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it, mate.
No worries. I appreciate that. Is that all done then?
Yeah, so we will press leave, and then I'll drop you a note, and we'll just catch up afterwards.
Okay, cool. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you, Ben. Really appreciate it, mate. That was absolutely
Sorry,
super.
can I answer one more question that someone said in the comments?
Yeah, of course.
So Grace has said, do you just film or do voiceovers on your phone? So I use a camera. I don't think it's a necessity to use a camera. I think using your phone is absolutely fine. Voiceovers, I use my phone. But a really good tip is just to get a little microphone, just stick it, like use the microphone on your earphones. But I bought a little microphone for like 50 quid, just stuck it in, and it just makes your voice a little bit clearer. I think that's not important. No, I think as long as you've got a decent phone with a decent camera, the camera's good enough, and the mic is perfectly fine as well. But yeah, I just wanted to answer that one for you.
Brucey bonus. Perfect. Ben, thank you so much, mate. And we will catch up super soon. Keep smashing it.
Bye.
Thanks, mate.